close. Several Indiana high school and college alums are prominent NBA players. Scott Horner at IndyStar.com. More than 24 players who attended Indiana high schools or colleges are on NBA rosters as of the 2019 All-Star break. Many you're familiar with from high school. 5 Mr. Basketball winners. While you cheered for others in college, 8 IU Hoosiers are on the list. Here are the best. The rest, a couple of obscure entries and a breakdown of schools these players attended. Colleges: IU has 8, Purdue 3, Butler and Notre Dame 2 each, and IUPUI, UND and Valparaiso 1 each. High schools: Pike and Park Tudor have 3 each, and 1 each attended Brownsburg, Washington, Hamilton Southeastern, Tech, Lake Central, North Central, Lawrence North, Broad Ripple, Homestead and East Chicago Central. Mike Conley, from left, Eric Gordon and Jaren Jackson Jr. Each NBA player attended an Indiana high school. Photo 11, Indy Star photo illustration, All-Indiana squad. Mike Conley, Lawrence North, the subject of many trade rumors at the deadline. He remains in Memphis. After appearing in just 12 games last season due to injury, he has started 56 this season, and is flirting with a career-high scoring average 19.9 to date. He also averages 6.4 assists. Jaren Jackson Jr. Park Tudor, the 4th pick in last year's draft, starts in Memphis and contributes 13.8 points and 4.7 rebounds per game. Eric Gordon, North Central, the 2007 Mr. Basketball is in his 3rd season in Houston, and is still firing away from a long range. He averages 8.5 three-point attempts per game and is averaging 16.1 points. Etwan Moore, East Chicago Central, Purdue. In his 8th season, he remains a frequent starter in New Orleans, averaging 12.3 points per game. Thomas Bryant, a change of scenery in his 2nd season did him a lot of good. Washington starting center in place of the injured Dwight Howard averages 9.7 points and 5.7 rebounds per game, 10.5 and 6.3 as a starter. He appeared in 15 games as a Los Angeles Lakers rookie. Missing because of injury: Gary Harris, Hamilton Southeastern, the 2012 Mr. Basketball winners. Contributions for the Nuggets steadily increased over his first 4 seasons, but injuries have hindered him in his 5th. He's averaging 14.8 points in 32 games. Victor Oladipo, before his season ended with a knee injury, he averaged 18.8 points, 5.6 rebounds, 5.2 assists and 1.7 steals for the Pacers. Grab this deal. Here's Indy Star's great subscription offer. Thank you. You're almost signed up for Indy Star Motorsports. Keep an eye out for an email to confirm your newsletter registration. More newsletters. Doyle, with Oladipo gone, this is how the Pacers remain relevant. Out of nowhere, Ryan broke off Valparaiso U. This 28-year-old Australian, the 2012 Horizon League Player of the Year, joined the Mavericks this year, and has appeared in 26 games. Of 63 shots from the field, 49 have been three-pointers. He played 2 seasons in Turkey and 3 in Russia. Jordan Lloyd, UND, the 25-year-old who last played for the Greyhounds in 2016, has appeared in 8 games for Toronto. He previously played for the Fort Wayne Mad Ants and in Israel. Comeback player: Conley, most improved; Bryant, rookie; Jackson, rest of the lineup; Gordon, Hayward, Brownsburg, Butler. His comeback story is well known. He played just 5 minutes last season, his first in Boston, before suffering a severely broken leg. He returned in time to start the season, and is primarily coming off the bench, averaging 11.2 points, 4.6 rebounds and 3.5 assists per game. He has 35 and 30-point games against Minnesota, and recently scored 26 in a victory over Philadelphia. R.J. Hunter, Pike. He has shuttled between the NBA and G League for 3 seasons. He is on the Celtics roster and plays for their G League squad. Shelvin Matt Butler. He was signed by Charlotte after being released by Memphis, making this his 7th team over 8 seasons. He averaged 7.9 points in 53 games off the Grizzlies bench. Cody Zeller, Washington, IND, HSU, the Hornets starting center in 2011 Mr. Basketball is in his sixth season, averaging 9.5 points and a career-high 6.6 rebounds. He scored 18 points, 3 off his season high, against the Pacers earlier this week. Courtney Lee Pike, he was part of the deal that sent Kristaps Porzingis to Dallas. After several years as a starter for many teams, he has played little this season. Trey Lyles, Tech, the 2014 Mr. Basketball his fourth season, he's a solid bench player in Denver, averaging 9.2 points and 4.1 rebounds per game. Glenn Robinson 3, Lake Central, he signed with Detroit after 3 years with the Indiana Pacers. He averages 4.1 points per game. Vincent Edwards, Purdue, he has seen the court in 2 games for Houston, but plays a lot in the G League. Bonzie Colson, Notre Dame, he is on a 2-way contract with the Bucks, but has yet to play for them. He sees a lot of G League action. Close Pacers insider J. Michael joins Jimmy Yellow to discuss the Pacers' push for playoff seeding without Victor Oladipo and just how far this team can go. J. Michael and Jimmy Yellow, Indianapolis star Pat Connaughton, Notre Dame, he averages career highs of 5.8 points, 3.3 rebounds and 1.8 assists off the Bucks bench after 3 years in Portland. George Hill, Broad Ripple, IUPUI, he began the season as a starter on a bad Cleveland squad, but was traded to Milwaukee, where he comes off the bench and averages 6.1 points per game. Jeff Teague Pike, in his second season in Minnesota, he averages 12.2 points and a career-best 8.1 assists per game. He matched his season high of 27 points, along with 12 assists, from opening night on Wednesday in a victory over Houston. Von Blewett Park-Tudor, he recently underwent thumb surgery, so his debut in New Orleans is on hold. Noah Vonleh, he got a chance in New York as averaging career bests of 8.3 points and 8.1 rebounds for the Knicks. His playing time has shrunk the past month. Yogi Ferrell, Park-Tudor, the third-year point guard averages 6.0 points off the Sacramento bench. He scored a season-high 19 in a win over San Antonio earlier this month. Caleb Swanigan, Homestead, Purdue, the 2015 Mr. Basketball was recently traded from Portland to Sacramento, where he hasn't played yet. Troy Williams, he has appeared in 18 games for Sacramento, averaging 5.7 points and 3.1 rebounds per game. He has been in the G League since Christmas. OG Anunoby, coming off Toronto's bench in his second season, he offers 7.1 points and 3.1 rebounds per game. He scored a career-high 22 Wednesday night, the first time in a month he reached double digits.